Hi guys, Richard Burgess here from E-commerce Advanced, and I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. And I'm sat here, bored out of my mind, back to reality. We've got back from Wales yesterday and back to work, and unfortunately work today starts with VAT returns. So I'm sat here going through spreadsheet upon spreadsheet, doing my VAT return for the last 3 months. And yeah, I'm basically doing everything other than the VAT return. I mean, I keep getting distracted by everything around me just so that I don't have to do the VAT return. And that has included me whipping out this camera and doing a quick video for the YouTube channel. So in today's video, I wanted to just discuss, patience, having patience, and being realistic about the amount of time that you can expect to sell through your stock via Amazon. And this is more sort of targeted towards beginners who are starting this, and a lot of students that I've actually taught in the past tend to sort of expect to sell their inventory as soon as it hits Amazon's warehouse. So like they'll send it in, and then if it doesn't sell within a week or a month, then they start panicking, and then they start saying, should I drop my price, should I do this, should I do that? And it's just to sort of encourage you to have patience. But not only that, have your criteria in place, okay? So for the majority of my products that I source, I have criteria in place whereby I want to sell through my stock within a 3-month period, okay? So I'm happy to actually keep my inventory in my Amazon warehouse for 3 months, and then once 3 months hit, I then will sort of analyze the products, see where I can amend the prices, or if I need to amend the prices, or whatever it may be, and then I start to sort of evaluate how that product is performing, why isn't it selling. So I give it a good 3 months before I even really even look at how it's performing, okay? So I stick to a price point. Now by this point now I do use reprices, okay? And there's various different reprices out there. I personally use Repricer Express, but I set a very stringent criteria with my pricing, and I want to get the most amount of profit out of my products as I possibly can, and I give it every chance that I'm going to make that profit within a 3-month period. Once that 3 months is up, I then start to analyze the product a bit more in depth, and I start to see whether I want to offload that stock and get my money back out for more profitable stock and turn it around a bit more quicker. So one thing to have a little think about when you're sourcing products is to work out your break-even costs. So have that safety net in place whereby you know how low that you can actually go down to, whereby you aren't making a loss, okay? So if you ever need to offload stock that isn't performing as well as you'd like, you know straight away, it's on your spreadsheet how low you can go down to, so you know your break-even cost that you can actually sell that product for and still break even, okay? So that's always a good sort of practice to implement, having that break-even cost in place so that you know what to go down to if you need to, okay? So there's a little tip for you. So it's all about having criteria in place and being realistic. Please do be realistic about how quickly this inventory is going to sell. And yes, you have done your product analysis, and yes, you have analysed the best sellers rank and the pricing of the product, etc. And yes, these have huge factors on how quickly your stock is going to turn around, okay? But every now and again, or more often than not, you're going to end up sending a product into Amazon's warehouse, and then somebody else, another seller, is going to come onto that listing at a lower price, and then that is going to delay how quickly you sell your stock, okay? Based upon your original product research. And it's bound to happen. It happens to every single one of us, that sells on Amazon. So it is going to happen, and the secret is not to panic, okay? I would even go as far as hold your price, because if that person is listing that product at a lower price, then the chances are that they're going to sell through that stock relatively quickly, and once they do sell through that stock, then you are then again, you know, the best competitive price product for that particular listing again. Okay, so, you know, do not panic. And I would always, obviously it depends upon your capital, how much money you have to invest in stock, but 3 months is a realistic expectation for your stock to be in Amazon's warehouse before you make a sale. And I don't mean for every single product, it's going to vary. I have products without even a sales rank, okay? And now obviously they are just sitting there, and they are going to take, well, we don't know how long it's going to take for that particular product to sell, okay? So, but the reason why I've invested in that product and I've sent it into Amazon's warehouse is because it's a huge profit. I'm getting huge ROIs off that particular product. And what I do is I buy 1 or 2 of that particular product, I send it in, and then I see how it performs, and if it starts to sell, I buy more of it and send it in. Okay, so always test your products as well. Don't just go in there with a huge bulk purchase of 100 items of a single product, okay, and you know, and then quickly realize that it's not selling, you know, as you hoped, and then you're just left with 100 items sitting in your Amazon warehouse, and all that money's tied up into that one single product. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be testing small. Always test small, buy 1, 2 of a product, send it in. How does it perform? And analyze that product's performance based upon the sales, and then buy more of that product if it performs well. If it doesn't perform well, well, you don't buy as many, do you? So, you know, you've got to this particular online arbitrage model, business model, really does involve quite a lot of, you know, different analysis that you have to implement within your business, and it's all about testing small, you know, and seeing how those products perform. Okay, so another thing to also, you know, sort of realize as well is that these major online retailers that you see, you know, selling all of these different thousands of products, not all of those products are selling as quickly as those retailers would like. And not only that, but a lot of these online retailers are actually making a loss on the products they are purchasing. Okay, so you do have to every now and again expect to make a loss on a product, whereby you aren't selling it as quickly as you'd like, so you need to get it out so that you can invest in a more profitable product. You know, these things will happen as you grow, okay? So as you send more and more stock into your Amazon warehouse, you know, these things are going to happen whereby your product isn't selling as quickly as you'd like. You need to get that inventory back out so that you can invest in more profitable stock, and you may at some point, you know, make a loss on a product. You know, it might happen. I've got to say, it might happen. But hopefully, if you do your product analysis thoroughly and accurately, then, you know, you can minimize the risk, which is why Amazon is such a great business model, because Amazon puts all the data right there on a plate for you with the bestseller rank, you know, the FBA calculator. Then we have things like Keeper, so that we can analyze the product's history, and we know how it's been performing based on price and sales rank. So, you know, you've got every chance of purchasing, you know, as many successful products as you can possibly imagine. But every now and again, if you're sending thousands and thousands and thousands, which I am by this point, of products into Amazon, then, you know, you are going to stumble upon products that don't perhaps sell as quickly as you'd like, and you need to get it out. Okay, so I just wanted to basically shoot that video just to sort of encourage you to have patience with this business model, because, you know, it takes a lot of patience. And another thing is, you know, you'll see a lot of people coming and going with this business model because of the fact that they expect to come in to, you know, online arbitrage and make an absolute fortune within the first month, first 3 months, 6 months, and it doesn't happen. And then they wonder why it isn't happening, and that's purely because you have to keep sending stock into your Amazon warehouse. The more stock you have inside of your Amazon warehouse, the more sales you're going to make, and it's that simple. You want to be going wide with your inventory so that you can find as many hot sellers as you possibly can, but then mix it up with some huge profits in there as well. So some products with huge ROIs that perhaps isn't going to sell as quickly as as your criteria would suggest, or you'd expect to. And that's basically what I would advise you to do. I'd mix it up depending on your capital, obviously, depending on how much you can invest in these products. But the more money you have, obviously the easier it's going to be for you. Okay, so yeah, basically that's it. That's my message for today. I just wanted to do this because it's distracting me from my VAT routine, which is boring me to absolute not a nice thing to do. And this is something that's come from seeing growth, basically, and this is one of the negatives that you don't often hear about, having to do VAT returns and tax returns. And I knew nothing about any of this before I even started selling on Amazon, so every single thing that I'm learning right now is all new to me. And yeah, these things, as you grow and build, you will come across roadblocks and challenges that you have to overcome. Okay, so I think that might be it for today's video. And yeah, that's gone on for a lot longer than I thought, actually. 12 minutes. 12 minutes. I don't know, I've just sat here and talked about that for 12 minutes, but I have. So yeah, that's it from me, and I wanted to leave you with just a quick sort of word of encouragement, and that is to just go out there and make it happen. Okay, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Whatever your circumstance is, make it happen. You make it happen. Okay, it's up to you. Nobody else can do this for you. Okay, so if finances is the problem, it's going to take you longer to achieve your desired results, but it's up to you to make that happen. Now, for me, I personally used credit cards when I was starting out. I had my redundancy, but that wasn't enough, and I had to go and actually, get credit cards. And I've got 3 0% interest credit cards, whereby it's 0% for 18 months, and then I think one's 24 months. So I knew, I could sort of do it that way, and I'm not advising anyone to do that, but there's always a solution, is what I'm trying to say. So whatever your circumstances are right now, there are solutions to it, okay? And it's up to you to go out there and make it happen, okay? And I know for a fact that you can do that, okay? So that's it from me. Signing off. I'm carrying on with my VAT returns, unfortunately, and this could take another hour or 2 to do. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon. See you later.